Alright, so I am back, and today we are going to take a look at the Energon Stormcloud, Barricade, and Blight. I don't have the other two, Kickback and Blackout, and I do apologize for that noise you might be hearing in the background. The dog decided that he's going to start chewing on a ball that he killed the squeaker on. At least the squeaker's dead. Anyway. So, we're going to take a look at all three of these guys today. Reason for this is because I do have a new set of the Bruticus, the Fans Project Bruticus, and although I reviewed this set, or the United version of the set before, I haven't actually looked at these particular ones in these colors. So we'll look at these guys briefly today, and then we're going to be building Bruticus the rest of the week, and these are going to be bonus videos, on top of my regular review videos as well. And the reason why I want to do this this week and add it in as bonuses is because I should be getting the Silverbolt in tomorrow. I should also be getting Giant in tomorrow, so we'll be able to have the Fans Project Bruticus, the Make Toys Giant, Mastermind Creations Predaking, and the most of Hasbro's Superion all in one shot this week, which is really great because right now I only have 2 of the 4, and by the end of the week I should have 4 combiners. So that's gonna be great. Anyway, so we're gonna set Barricade off to the side here, set him off, and we'll look at Stormcloud. So as you can see, he's an orange and brown helicopter. Again, we've already looked at these, so I'm gonna just breeze through these reviews here. Head does swivel. It's on a hinge too, so you can kind of get a downward look, but it breaks up the aesthetics. Shoulder is on a ball joint. Elbow is on a ball joint. Waist swivels. Hips are on ball joints. Knee is on a ball joint. And the foot has a hinge back. And honestly, you know, it's a pretty decent little helicopter, robot mode. I actually think this one was the strongest of the Bruticus set. This mold, anyway. The Blackout one, which was purple and black, or purple and dark blue, was also pretty cool too. But I mean, it works. And he actually, you know, has his propellers on the back. So, you know, a lot of people complain, and I complain too. I don't like the propellers sitting on the side of the arm. I think that's just lazy. I like it on the back, so this works. Anyway, real simple to transform. You just take this section here, flip it up, lock that into place. Take these little pieces here and they flip in. These will flip in. And you rotate the elbow around, and there's a little peg here. So peg into this little slot right there. Just like so. Actually, before you do that, you want to rotate the waist around. Then you can peg these in. So do the same thing over here. Extend the propellers. Then you take the legs here, you rotate them to the side like that. Flip the foot up. And then just collapse this in. Then you can take this propeller here, and it flips up, and there you have helicopter mode. And honestly, it's not a bad little helicopter. I do think it's a pretty solid helicopter. He does come with these guns here, which you can kind of peg in underneath his, on his hands here. So he's kind of got little shooter things. You can take them out and rotate them to the other side, I believe. Yeah, there you go. So it's not a bad little helicopter. I mean, if you're looking for a decent scout class helicopter, this guy is pretty much a good way to go. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I mean, he's not perfect by any means, but I mean, he's not terrible either. He's for his size and his age, I think he's a pretty good robot. And, you know, and yeah, a lot of people complained that the United Bruticus set and the Revenge of the Fallen Bruticus set was not very G1 accurate. You know, having Brawl, not a really good tank, and, you know, this is supposed to be Vortex, and while it kind of looks like Vortex, it's not right. This was the Energon set, and while the Combinder has the same name as the G1 Bruticus, but it's Bruticus Maximus. And like I was saying, although the Combinder has that same name, this is a whole new character. The whole thing is a new character, new design, new everything. So it's just recycling the name, and the fact that they're combat styled vehicles. So anyway, there's Stormcloud, 7 out of 10. He's not that bad. I actually do think he's a pretty solid figure. Now we get into Blight. This guy's got quality control issues up the ass. This thing is absolutely god-awful as an individual figure. Once you get it into combined mode, you don't have to deal with these issues, but getting there is an issue. For example, this is supposed to have a pen in it. It has no pen. This one has a pen in it, as you can see, but this one does not. So, and you can see the other issue here. He does come with this gun that you can just plug into his hand, and it's at an awkward angle. Again, once you get in combined mode, you don't have these issues, but getting it there is kind of a bear. So his head rotates side to side. It's got these big thingies on the side, so it kind of looks goofy. Shoulders are on ball joints. Elbows are on ball joints. The guns are on little clips that hold them in, but they don't hold them in very well. Somebody's going to get some super glue. Waist swivels. Hips are on ball joints. Knees on a ball joint, and the foot has a hinge in it, given if it has a pin. And you can see my problem with this figure. And this is not me being rough with the figure. You know, some people say I'm just too rough on figures, but you know what? One, I shouldn't have that fear. Two, I'm not being rough with this guy at all. So to transform him, what you want to do here is you pull this piece up, pull the head up, rotate this around, and then this will collapse over there. Flip these pieces up like so, and you collapse the foot, and there's a little tab here that plugs into this little slot right there, which helps hold this one into place because it's got no pin to do it otherwise. Then you can peg the legs together, like so. And then you rotate. There's a swivel here, and then there's a swivel below it that's offset a little bit. So you want to rotate the one that's offset a little bit into place there. Then this piece will come up and collapse in. It all locks in together pretty well. Do the same thing over here, even though it's not on. And once you get these tabbed in right, these things hold together very well. He goes into tank mode, and once he's there, he does a very good job. Rotate the elbows around. And then these two arms here, there's a little peg there, a little hole there. They just plug in together. And then you can take this, plug this in, take this, plug this in, and there you go. And so he's one of those dual little cannon tank things. He does have a turret, a rotating turret, so he does rotate around. And yeah, he's not bad. He's not great, but he's not bad by any means. Now we can take his little Energon weapons here, and you can plug those into his hands. Gives him a little more firepower on the tank mode, which is decent. One of the things I did really like about the United set was that these weren't clear plastic anymore. They're just gray plastic, which really made it pop all that more. So it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Once he's in that mode. Alright, so we're going to transform him back real quick. Parts are going to fly off. Oh, yeah. Flip these things back. Put down the feet. Take the head forward. And honestly, these guys aren't that difficult to transform. Most difficult part is keeping them together. So yeah, I do like his robot mode. It's a good robot mode. No, it's not Brawl, but he wasn't supposed to be Brawl. So that being said, and I love the tank mode. I think the tank mode looks really good. Again, not Brawl, not supposed to be Brawl. But he does have a lot of quality control issues. A lot of loose joints that fall off very easily. So I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. He's not a very good figure. The only reason why to pick him up is if you're building this set and you want this particular yellow tank. There are other options out there that might have better quality control, but pretty much any of them have the same problem with these cannons. It's a very common issue from what I've seen. So getting him out of the way, I'll zoom the camera out a little bit, and now we'll look at Barricade. Barricade's the leader. Again, he doesn't look like Onslaught. He's not supposed to look like Onslaught. He's not Onslaught. He's Barricade. Different character. Different design. So I'm okay with this. Head. Swivels. Arms. Have a soft ratchet up and down. They go in and out. There's a rotate right above the elbow. Ratchet at the elbow. Doesn't go any further back, but it does do a full bend right there. He does have quite a bit of back kibble here, but it doesn't seem to hinder him at all. Ratcheted waist, hips, softer ratchets, harder ratchets, swivels at the thigh, nice solid ratchets at the knee, and nothing really at the foot. And you can pull these pieces out and give them a little bit of a wider heel spur if you wanted to, but yeah. And he comes with no accessory. He comes with nothing. This is what you get with him. This is it. So to transform him real quick, and I did take the Bruticus head off because we're not doing combined mode today, and the Fans Project Bruticus head doesn't quite transform very well. So these will these were like this, and what you want to do is just rotate them up like so, and then there's a little plug right there that'll plug into this piece on the top here, like so. Then what you want to do is you want to head up like so, and then you can take this piece here and it rotates up, and no, this way. You want it this way. And then you can rotate this arm up like so. Do the same thing over here. So you want this piece up and it goes together. There's a mini-con port here that'll plug into this hole right there. and then you rotate the elbow around, and then you bend it, and there's a little tab or a little plug right there. I'll plug into this little hole right there. And then you take this assembly here, and it folds up, comes around, and just tabs in. You got horrible visible head syndrome there. It's just sitting there. Then you want to rotate the legs down. These are on just double hinges, so you just kind of rotate them down and in. Collapse these in. Legs will peg together. And then you take this piece here and it just rotates out and in. Out and in. Untab that. It double hinges forward. And there's two little slots right there and there that these tabs here and here will plug into. And there you go. So he's more of a missile launcher truck. Definitely looks good. I do like it. He does have that horrible, no excuse for visible head syndrome going on there. But other than that, he looks all right. He looks the part of what he was going for. Again, he's not Onslaught. He wasn't supposed to be Onslaught. Fans Project did a really good job updating him with the feet of the Bruticus coming out back here and making it more like a longer truck like he's supposed to be. But this is not what this particular version was supposed to be. So, it works. It's not great, but it works. So you fold this down. Split the legs. Take the foot here, fold it back up. Open this little panel here. Rotate the legs down. Same thing over here. Like I said, I'm just breezing through these guys because we've already looked at these guys once. Take the arms down, flip the head forward. Take this piece and it just kind of double hinges back. That just helps clean it up a little bit, and then this whole assembly can collapse up like so. Oh, come on. Why are you giving me trouble now? So it just kind of folds up there. And there you go. And for him, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He's decent. He's better than meh. But he's not somebody I would go run out and buy. Unless you are looking to build this particular set. And if you are, I couldn't blame you if you were. Because it is a good set. It's a fun set. Now, for scale comparison, here they are next to the Seeker mold. To the top of the head, he's actually just a hair taller. He's almost as tall as the cone. Here they are next to the Eye Gear Seeker. Here's Prowl. And Springer. And because they will be going up against these guys later on this week, here is one of the Combiner Wars. And you can see how much bigger he is than them, but that's the difference between Scout and Deluxe. So, yeah, we'll see how well these guys all scale together later this week. All in all, the set is good for its time. It was really good for its time. It is obsolete by far now, unless you're getting the Fans Project upgrade kit. And if you're doing that, I recommend getting the newer versions of these guys. There's the United one that looks more like G1, and then there's the Revenge of the Fallen one that looks more like G1. Outside of that, I don't think these guys, would really have much of a place in modern collections. But yeah, like I said, I mean, they're great for their time. They're fun. They're fun toys. That's the important part on this set, is that they're fun toys, and it's a fun combiner to mess with. It may not be exactly what you're looking for G1 accuracy, but it wasn't designed to be G1. It was designed to be Energon. So there you go. Energon Bruticus stuff.